defense this far into camp?
It's slowly getting there. Yeah, slowly getting there. A lot of work to be done, but we're getting there slowly.
What is it that you're focusing on trying to get done?
Still, there's just nuances of the defense. I mean, it's plus what our offense does is really complex from a defensive standpoint. And so we've got to make sure that we've got all the schemes and formation and all that stuff just in all the defenses that we run just nice and tight. And so guys doing their assignments and also playing the technique the right way and all that. It just takes time, especially with the young guys.
Kalani said the offense got the better of the defense in that scrimmage. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. I thought they got us good. Ran the ball, like at the end of the scrimmage, felt like we were giving up a lot in the run. You feel like you're giving up 4 or 5 yards at least per run, and that's really, really soft. And so it opened up things for them, the past game, and I thought they executed well.
How is the D-line coming along specifically?
It's coming. We're still waiting on a guy that's finishing up school right now to get in, and once he's in, he's got to take a lot of reps to get caught up. But some of the younger guys that didn't play last year just are learning. And there's a lot of reps to be had so that those guys can start learning how to play. React to blocks and all those things, and it takes a lot of time to get those guys where they need to be.
Depth is talked about a lot. Where do you feel defensively the depth is versus last year?
It's hard to say because there were more. I thought there was more experience on last year's team. With all those guys that played and had a lot of game experience and leadership and all that. But I think that we can go deep into the depth chart as far as the seconds and even threes and some groups being able to play and contribute. And so, but just which guys are going to play, which guys are going to take the reps, and which guys are going to play on game day is really what it comes down to.
You say there's a lot of work to be done, obviously. Still, I mean, we're pretty early in camp still, but what do you get pumped about with this defense? What gets you excited thinking about these guys who are playing for you?
They're a good group of kids, and you guys probably got to see a little bit at the end. I mean, they're really competitive. They love the game. They love each other. They love being out here. And that's always fun to watch, and it's really, really enjoyable for the kids to be around.
We didn't see Matty out there today, and I don't know. We haven't seen a lot of practice. What's his status?
He's practiced. I'm slowing him down because of the injury, and he's got a lot of game experience, and so good time to rest him as well as give reps to the young guys. And so he's going to end up he's fine. He can play, he can practice, but I'm just slowing him down just for being cautious.
Is Keenan Ellis playing defense full time now?
He is.
Is that a permanent move, or do you know?
I think for now. It's too early to tell whether he could end up moving in the spring, maybe in the middle of the year. But we really like how he's looking right now.
What about Fauatea and Longi on the defensive line?
Yeah, they're I think ahead of a learning curve for most freshmen that I've seen. Longi especially. Longi's he's a different animal. Really strong relatively for how big he is, but also just has a good knack for rushing the passer.
How many guys will rotate at that inside defensive tackle, those two spots?
Normally 5.
5 guys?
Yeah, 5 D tackles normally. And then 4 or 5 ends depending on the type of team that we're playing. If it's a team that's no huddle, fast tempo, trying to run 100 plays a game, then we'll get into the 5th, 6th D tackle and D end.
What does McChesney's injury do to the cornerback kind of depth?
I think it forces some of those younger guys to really step up. He came back and was looking good, and we were counting on him. But some of the younger kids that are coming in, as well as our JC transfers, we really got to step up and be a guy for us right away.
Any come to mind outside of Lake and Wilcox and
Troy? Yeah, Trayvion's probably the guy that's showing the most. And after that, it's the young freshmen. We'll just see how far along they end up coming. But we feel like we've got a good 2 deep there with the corner spot, especially with the type of defense that we play. And those other guys are still kind of young and learning.
Is there anything keeping you up at night at this point in fall camp? Like anything in particular?
Clash Royale. You know, that's trying to put together a good deck. You know,
I dig it.
Hey, Ilaisa, Coach Dimmer's been in the NFL for 14 years. You know, rubbing shoulders with quarterback coaches and offensive coaches. What's it like? What's the battle like between you and him when it comes to a chess match during practices?
With Detmer?
Detmer.
Oh, dude, Detmer wins every time. You can't beat the Heisman no matter what. He hasn't played Clash Royale either. He'd probably jump on and beat me right away.
Come on now. Come on now.
No, it's everyone's just kind of focusing on their sides, you know. We focus on what we do and he focuses on what he does, and you know, we do. I mean, I think that they do a really good job giving us a heads up on what's coming in, and we tell them what's going in so that they have a chance to teach their kids, and you know. And so I don't think that there are very many offenses and defenses during the season that we face that's similar to what we do and what they do. And you know, I mean, we'll start to face LSU, which really not anymore. They're not like what they were before, you know, because of the Pitt offensive coordinator, and you know what Pitt did is different. And so you know, we try to give each other a heads up just to make sure that each of their sides are schooled up and ready for each scheme. But there's not,
Is there any? You know, I mean, you guys ever brainstorm things? Have you ever talked about things?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, all the time. Bouncing ideas off. What gives you a hard time? You know, and what certain guys are looking for and all that stuff. I mean, we're always
great resource.
And you know, the whole offensive staff. I mean, most of the time, at least for the D line, it's really bouncing ideas off of Coach Empey. You know, and just you know, what gives you fits? If we did this, you know, what do you think? You know, and it's the same thing. So I think he does a really good job. The whole offensive staff does a really good job.
What do you think of Corbin's catch to end practice?
Oh, Corbin can do a lot of things. I bet he can move over to tight end and play right now, but we don't want to lose him on defense.
Is Wayne Kirby, does he have to sit out Oregon transfer?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, is he a D tackle or is he a D end?
Oh, he's a D tackle for sure. Yeah, he's like 330.
Yeah. 6'1"?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably close to 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", but he's a big boy.
Sandman, get your drill, dude.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.